better. I'm just using my phone. As you know, I had a little problem with my computer. So this is a bit of a very short and quick, unannounced live. I did put a post out, but that was ever so briefly. So I just wanted to say thank you. This live is just about really saying thank you. I wanted to express my gratitude to everybody that has followed BlaXit on the journey, and it has been a very interesting journey for Bla Xit Family over the last few years. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome to BlaXit. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you so much. I hope you can hear me if anyone's there. And I just wanted to say, connection problems. Okay, I might have connection problems because I'm using my phone. Because as you know, my computer said goodbye. I don't know why I keep having these computer problems. But anyway, I just wanted to say greetings to Usman Drame, greetings to Henry Adu Asante, and Roxanne is rocking, and Gwendolyn Taylor. Hello, hello, Alexandra. I think that's Maine. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. And thank you for the compliments. You're going to make me shy. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to you all, you know, for being along this journey of BlaXit with us. BlaXit is all about our journey back to Africa. Blacks exiting the West for the best. That's what BlaXit stands for. Blacks leaving the West and coming back to Africa for a better life. Yeah. Africa continent with what there's, I think 52 different countries to choose from. And it's arguably 54, depending on if you talk about those other two territories. And each one of them is amazing with its own experience, its own culture. And I left England. Yeah, I am. Well, hello, Kwame. Hello, and Amp and Dant. How are you? Yeah, it has been a while indeed. I had a computer issue. That's why I wasn't live last week, Thursday. So I do apologise for that. But I want to say thank you to all of the diehard BlaXits that have been here along the journey with us, because as you know, it has been an arduous one at times with our campaign for automatic citizenship. And that campaign is all about us wanting, when we come back to Africa, for us to be considered as Africans automatically, because we are. You know, we are not our passport. When our ancestors were taken, they didn't have passports. That is the real deal. That is the truth. When our ancestors were taken, they weren't taken by choice. They were taken against their will. And so when we come back to Africa and we choose to repatriate, we should be seen as those long-lost family members returning and treated accordingly. We shouldn't be treated the same as the offspring of our oppressors, as the offspring of our enslavers. So we've had a long-term campaign to try and encourage African countries to offer us automatic citizenship. Now, by saying that, it doesn't mean that, okay, you just walk in and you get a passport. No. Of course, there are checks and balances, as you are with any other process. However, I don't feel that we should be screened and have to jump through so many hoops either. You know, when you look at the history of Liberia, of Freetown, it really does, you know, bring you into what was supposed to happen when you think about Marcus Garvey and so on. So that is one of our primary, thank you, vibration, and we keep on that. That is our frequency. We keep on the love frequency. We need more love for each other. We need more unity together. We need economic freedom, and we need economic independence as people, and we need economic unity. And that is something that we advocate for in nearly every show I talk about it, you know. Come back home and to be my neighbour. and let's vibes together. Oh, he said, let's go. And Tonja Christopher said, hello from the US. How are you? Thanks for the update. Yeah, so like I said, I am going to be in touch with some parliamentarians in the new year, so I'll be able to give you more of an update so far as the automatic citizenship campaign is concerned. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that has always been rallying behind us with that campaign. The importance of it is very, very crucial for us and especially our offspring. Incredibly important, yeah, and for generations to come. Things have to change. They've happened in Sierra Leone, as you know. It's happened in Ghana. And yes, there are still hoops to jump through. And no, it's not as it's not like as automatic as it seems. But it's one step in the right direction. And I think that, you know, we need to look at that and applaud those people that are making those moves and welcoming us back, including what's happened recently in the last 4 years in Badagry in Lagos. And as you know, Nigeria is has one of the biggest economies here in Africa. So that is a phenomenal sign. So my Ra Jazzy thoughts, African countries should vet potential espionage through, sorry, your comment went so quickly, through for potential espionage though. I agree with you though. Well, if you can let how many thousands of white tourists in without vetting for espionage, why should you vet us? Why should there be a special process for us? Aren't they just as dangerous or even worse? Isn't Patrice Lumumba an example of that? How many more examples of that do we need? The fact of the matter is that we always are distrustful of each other. And I do understand why, because of the conditioning that we've had over so many years. So I do understand that. And they should definitely vet other races. I completely agree with that. Eden Garden, Casamance, Gambia, Homestead. Greetings from Germany. Yes, greetings. Thank you for joining us from Germany. Thank you so much. Mark Sarah and Jesse Thought said they should definitely vet other races. I completely agree. Sinajallo says greetings. Greetings to you, Sinajallo. Thank you for joining us on the live tonight. And so tonight's live is really a short one. I just really wanted to say thank you so much for helping us, you know, to repatriate. So I just wanted to share a story with you. So on the 24th of December, I went out with a close family, and we went out for a meal and for a beach day, which was nice, you know. And the amount of people that I saw and that I met who were from the diaspora here in Gambia, it was phenomenal. You know, I'm not taking credit, okay? And I just want to make this very clear before people think that I'm being very arrogant or self-entitled. No, I'm just saying how honored I was and how thankful I was and how appreciative I was that, you know, so many people are returning home. It's amazing. It's amazing. And so I just feel like, you know, everything that we're doing, because I include you in the process. And that's why I'm saying thank you today, because you have been a pivotal part of the process. You've shared the channel, you've told people about what we're doing. You know, I've heard about myself through people who have watched the channel. I've had referrals for people who have come to repatriate and to get land through, you know, you who are watching now. You know, you emailed me info@blaxithome.com. That's info, INFO, at BlaXitHome. That's BlaXithome.com. That's info@blaxithome.com. You know, you email me, you send people who want to repatriate, who want to purchase land, who want to give. And so today I want to give back. I want to give back. And so I have a surprise announcement of some plots of land in Bussorah. Now, Bussorah, let me explain to you, was the first settlement, large settlement of 565 plots that BlaXit was given as a cabillo by the Alcalo of Bussorah, Alcalo Fai. And that was in connection with an agent who has a company that introduced us to Bussorah. And so as a result of that, we continue to work on that project, but we had no plots available, but there have been a few now that have just come up on the fringes. So if you are interested, Bussorah is very affordable. And the plots are, oh gosh, I need to do conversions. But I will do a community page advert on the land sale tomorrow, okay? So your repatriation sales, because just like me, I came, I got my land, okay? You get your land, once you get your land, you know, you clear your land. I actually grew groundnuts and things on it first, actually, before I became to build. And then I fenced it, then I put the borehole on it, and then when I came, we started to do the foundations and then build. But the difference it makes in your life is like 1,000,000% difference, because waking up without a mortgage or without having to worry about paying rent changes your life exponentially, because the stress that you have, for example, this time of year, you know, when I was in England, this time of year was very, very stressful to me, you know, very stressful, because it's all about having to get lots of food. I felt pressured. I might not even, I was like more into Kwanzaa, but I still felt pressured, especially by family, peer pressure, work pressure, societal pressure to participate, you know, in very consumerist behavior. I felt so pressured. I had to go and buy, you know, the next best things, the next best toys. I had to buy wrapping paper. I was listening to one of the collective yesterday, and I've got to say that I was entirely amused, because she was talking about the fact that she had spent $30 just on wrapping paper. And I started to amuse. I was quite amused, because she was heartbroken as she was looking at every single dollar as they ripped the presents apart. As they ripped the presents apart, she was counting the dollars, you know, according to how much money she spent on wrapping paper. And it occurred to me, why not just buy reusable bags and just put them in bags? And that way you don't have to keep spending. And these are some of, you know, the things that we can learn moving forward, because we do become susceptible. We are, you know, our group, yeah, as African people living inside or outside of Africa, are susceptible to consumerism, and we spend a lot of money, more than other groups. In fact, other groups circulate their money within their community far more than we do. But part of that also is conditioning, but it doesn't mean that we can't change it. And so coming to Africa, your behavior actually changes, and it's bizarre. It's really bizarre. I found that it was more important to spend time with my children, time with my family, time with my loved ones, time with my friends, time with people that I valued, was more important than having things. Does that make sense to you? I want to go through some of the comments and say hi, okay, because I missed a lot of people. So one love, one people. I want to say hello. Tonya Christopher, she said facts. Thank you so much. I'm just going back up and down, so just bear with me. Ifani Ikul, I hope I said that right. Once again, greetings from Germany. And thank you, Juliet. You did your part good in preaching the good news. Oh, thank you so much. Watching from Italy. Happy Christmas, she says. And thank you. And Alexandra Main says you played a big part of it. So big thanks to you. I just want to say thank you so much for the acknowledgement of the contribution that I've made. Thank you so much. Anka And thank you, yes, you're right. So yeah, I used to get really stressed out, you know, worrying about having to make this big meal, spending money, having to run to get turkey, having to run to get lobster for those that didn't eat it, but run to go and get vegan food, people who didn't eat meat. And, you know, go and prepare all this food, be up all night, all day. And then, you know, then, you know, what happened to the things that I even bought? I don't even remember, you know, them really being that appreciated or valued. But I still used to stress out about getting it. And then I realized, like, what am I doing? What is my goal? As you see, the post with this is that don't attach your goals to people. Yeah, attach your goals to what it is you want. And that's what I realized. I kind of had a download and said, hang on, I want to go to Africa. Why am I giving all these white people my money? You know, why? I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. You know, I had to kind of wise up and said, but I'm giving my money away. Why am I giving it away for? Not to say that, you know, you can't be generous, not to say that you can't be kind, but there has to be limits to things, and you've got to have a goal. So if I have a financial goal, I can't go spending all this money. And why am I going to Spain or Greece or Italy on holiday when I want to go to Africa? So, you know, I started to have like a mind change, a 360-degree mind change about how I thought about things and the way in which things impressed me. Things didn't impress me anymore. I stopped being impressed. I wasn't wowed by England. I wasn't wowed by London. When I started working with the homeless, and, you know, I remembered, you know, all of the things that I saw and all the things that I experienced working with the homeless and seeing, you know, people covered in, you know, outside, and, you know, people urinating, sleeping on the streets, and not having, you know, anything to eat, and people doing prostitution, and, you know, vice, and all of the other terrible, terrible things, you know, exploitation of children, paedophilia, and so on, and drug use, and, you know, and seeing things that were going on council estates, and, you know, and this is England. You know, this is England. We're sleeping out on the street. This is England. Not having anything to eat, not having any money. This is England. This is a, you know, developed country. And I thought to myself, hang on a minute. What am I doing here? Sister, you look great. Thank you, June. June Edwards is in the house. Thank you so much. They have a new mad disease in England, calling it zombie deer disease. Are you for real? You know what? I watched this thing on Netflix. I've forgotten what it's called, The World. Oh, something The World. No one can remind me of this title. But it's all about this family who travel to go to a weekend away. If anyone knows it, please put it in. Something about the world. Forgotten the title. I'm not great with titles at the moment because I don't remember it very well. But anyway, in saying that, you know, this film then had a black family who actually owned the house. Anyway, there was a number of disasters that happened, like a boat rolling up onto the shore. There was loss of GPS. There was loss of the internet. Thank you so much, darling. Yeah, there was, and it showed you like the catastrophes that were happening, you know, with these cars that were self-driving cars that were run by GPS, all kind of crashing into each other, you know, people not being around, you know, the natural disasters that would ensue. And then I thought to myself, okay, let me think about this in Africa. How would it really affect me? Other than like going on the internet to do, you know, YouTube programs, like how would it really, really affect me? Because like here, you still have like, you know, old school like irons that you put coal in, and you still got like, you know, horses, and you still have donkeys. Internet. Okay, sorry about that, the internet. It's a bit unstable sometimes. I thought about how would it affect me in Africa, and I thought, well, it wouldn't really, because obviously you're living off solar. You've got your water from your borehole. You're not so dependent on the system. you're actually really independent of the system. So, you know, I really want to say thank you to all of our predecessors who were there that forged the way for us to return to Africa. But Africa has to open the door as well for us all. All African countries need to acknowledge us as Africans returning and allow us, you know, that welcome home. That's really important across Africa. And it is happening. It is happening. I say that I've seen so much progress since I started BlaXit, and I am so glad. So let's raise our voices and keep that happening. So I want to say thank you to all and everybody that has helped in that process. Yeah. Okay, so folks, sorry about the video audio interruption. Yeah, I am very, very sorry. And at Welsh, happy Christmas to you also. And happy Kwanzaa to everybody as well. Whatever you celebrate, may you enjoy the holidays. Yeah, I'd like you to enjoy time with family, which for me is the most important part about it. And like I was saying before, what's been great is seeing so many of us here with our families enjoying it. It was nice to see so many people on the beach. So many people. I could hear American accents, British accents. I didn't want to go and obviously interrupt anybody's, you know, holiday time with their family, but, you know, it was just nice to see so many people here. So don't forget, I'm going to be advertising the land sale. So if you don't have your alternative piece of freedom, which is what I call choice, having land in Africa gave me confidence, a confidence that I cannot describe. Because I knew I had somewhere else to go, even if I had to pitch a tent on it. I knew that I had an alternative. So if everything went, you know, swanny up, then I knew that I could escape to somewhere. Now, after the last pandemic and the control mechanisms that they put into place, the surveillance mechanisms they put into place, and, you know, biological warfare, you know, this is happening and it's real. And that was just a practice run. So you can imagine what's going to come. And I'm going to give you, you know, some of my predictions. Revolutionary 2, happy Kwanzaa. Yeah. Bala Musa, do not. Oh, here we go. We're now getting this scammer, what do you call it? What do you call it again? Spammer. Yeah, we're now getting spammed again. So, as like I said, this is the usual attacks, and we're going to ignore them because that's the best thing that we can do. When you're trying to bring your people home, just like Marcus Garvey and everybody else that has done some form of leadership, I wouldn't describe myself as a leader, but I would definitely say that I try to influence you in the right way. Yeah. I want you to come and have your choice. Yeah? I want you to come and have your choice. And the choice is to come to Africa and try and see at least what it's like, okay? An average day in my life, what is it like? People want to know, okay? So, of course, I'm a mother, yeah? And I have a family. So the first thing that I have to do, oh, thank you so much, GMAC. Hearts to you. Thank you so much. I got a, what do you call those things? Super chat like money. Is that right? Super like money? Super chat? Super sticker? Yes, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, I actually been using my phone. That's the reason why. But I don't know how to operate the moderation button on my phone because I used to use a computer. But don't worry, they will always say negative things about me and they always love to attack black women. Yeah, because we're easy targets. Yeah, and our black men need to protect us and be there for us. Yeah, all the time, okay? And we need to, as sisters, stand by our black brothers, our African brothers, yeah, and, you know, our African kings and queens, we need to stand by each other and protect each other because, you know, we're going to come into difficult times in the future. 2024, some predictions that I have for 2024, what are they? One of the predictions is that there's going to be a war, and I don't believe that there's going to be peace in between Palestine and Israel. I believe it's going to get worse. I also think that there is also going to be a confederation of African states. I also think there's going to be a loss of more power by Francophone and in France's influence in Africa. I think that more people are going to vote out of their control in the CEPA. Some predictions for 2024. 2024 going into 2025, I predict another pandemic. So that's why you need to try and get out as soon as you can and plan ahead, okay? And don't forget to make sure that you can also grow your food, okay? And so you can go and get your bananas or whatever from your garden, your pawpaw, whatever, just like what I do, okay? And so you can feed yourself. That's very important, because one of the things that I saw in that Netflix program is like, what happens to your food supply? And then, you know, when they went downstairs, it was all kind of racist brands that was inside of this person's kind of bunker. And so you don't want to live your life in a bunker. You want to be free, okay? So, thank you so much, Christian Okolo. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, Usman is fine, actually. I spoke to him a few weeks ago. Yeah, a few weeks ago we touched base. Did we talk or did we text? I can't remember. But we definitely touched base. I'm very proud of him and his achievements. So, you know, just want to say thank you for that. I'm reading the comments as we go along. So I was saying a few of the predictions. I think that there's going to be an increase in police brutality against us, Africans that are born outside of Africa, in the US and in the UK and Europe. I think there's going to be far more an increase as we wake up and we realise who we are, we realise our divinity, we realise method of control, and bring in draconian laws in order to reduce your civil liberties. And they're going to actually be targeting us specifically, although it's going to be an unwritten like law to do so. I also think there's going to be a huge hike in prices on goods and services and foods, consumables and non-consumables. And I think it's going to put a financial pinch on lots of people. I think there's also going to be high unemployment in lots of places also. I also think that there's going to be some kind of an atom bomb, yes. But I don't think it's going to be like in a country. I think it's going to be like as an exercise. But there is going to be the release of an atom bomb, maybe over a sea or something, part of a military exercise. I also think that there's going to be more use of HAARP as a weather weapon against countries that don't comply or stay in line. I also think there's going to be a reduction of cash and more reliance on credit and digital currency. I also think that, sorry about the audio interruptions, if you're having them, maybe they've been done intentionally. I also think that there's going to be more competition in terms of platforms on the internet and more use of other platforms like TikTok and Rumble. And there's going to be, I think, a new platform that will probably give greater freedom and less, censorship, that's for sure. And also, I think that in the new year, more people like me, you know, who have channels like mine, are going to find that they are being shadow banned by YouTube because they don't want our message to get out, to tell you to get out and to leave because you can, and to tell you that you can have a good life and you can have a happy life and you can enjoy yourself and you can be free. They don't want us to tell you that there is an alternative to the matrix because they want to keep you plugged in, okay? They want to keep you plugged into the matrix. And we're saying, no, you don't have to be in the matrix, okay? And if you got like £2,000, you can go and get a plot of land and start to develop it yourself. You don't have to have a mortgage strangling around your neck or high rent every month or what have you, okay? And you can start your business, just plan it well, okay? Do your feasibility studies and obviously, you know, think and plan ahead financially, yeah? So the fact of the matter is, I also think that there's going to be an increase in geoengineering or chemtrailing. I think there's going to be more experimentation done on us, unwittingly or wittingly known. I also think that on a positive note, there's going to be a lot more information about ourselves and about our roots and about our divinity being shared online. I think there's an upsurge in that. I think there's an upsurge in us realizing, you know, who we are and, you know, and more of a connection to our spirituality and our self-love. I think there's going to be a lot more self-love. I think there's going to come to a realization that, you know, what are we killing each other for? What are we achieving? We're going to like have an awakening. I'm not saying that it's going to stop, but I'm saying that I think that, you know, the crime within our own groups are going to start reducing because we're going to start realizing that we need to love each other more. We just need to love each other. And once we realize we need to love each other, that's so important. And, you know, obviously, as things get more expensive, crime is going to increase. And so people are going to, I think, be spending more time indoors. So I think there's going to be more seclusion, which is a shame because we are social creatures. Or social people, sorry, social beings, social creatures. You see too much TV. And so I think that, you know, we're going to start to be more loving and caring towards our own children. And a friend of mine recently lost their mother, so I want to say condolences to you, someone very, very special to myself and to my family. So just want to say a special, you know who you are, spoke to you yesterday. I'm not going to blow you up because I know you're incredibly famous now. So anyway, just wanted to say, you know, condolences to you. And I hope your family, you know, find a source of comfort in your heart. So is there any other predictions that you'd like? Okay, Juliet, first, like to executing your plans is necessary. The first thing first is to make sure that, you know, your mind is in the right place. You've got to have your mind in the right place because it's your mind. It's like when you're manifesting, you've got to visualize what it is that you want to do and where it is you want to go, what your goals are. That is the first step. And so once you've done that and you've realized this is where I want to go, if you've got the money to go plan a holiday, and it allows you to be inspired. It allows you to do your feasibility. It allows you to do your initial investigations. And so, you know, you can then get a feel of the country, get a feel of the people, and get a feel of the life that you're going to live, which I think is like really, really, really important to do that. And so, secondly, you know, you've got to have a financial plan. Some people I know, like, they're checking out their birth certificates right now. And just to give you an update, some people have actually applied. They've done the 1048 form. And let me tell you the process that they followed while I'm talking. This is another prediction, is that more people are going to be claiming money that is due to them. And if you saw my post, community post, also about reparations, and the article that the Sky News blog post about the billionaire. So listen, I don't know how, but my battery has just died on my phone and my phone was full. So I don't quite know what's happening. So if it cuts out, that's a premature goodbye for me. And I want to say thank you to everybody that has donated to BlaXit via PayPal over the years. And everybody that was a Patreon supporter over the years, I want to say thank you. Next year, we are hoping to bring a new line of programs to you, okay? A new series of programs to you. I haven't been posting as much. I've been mainly doing like a live, trying to do a live once a week because, as you know, we had some internal issues, unfortunately, with sickness within the team. I will say to you that I will see you again next week. I'm going to try and see if I can do a live again today. This was quite impromptu because it's the holidays. I just wanted to touch base. I love you so much. I love you, love you, love you so much. And to say thank you for your support. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, you know, giving us views, subscribing to the channel, and even just listening to what I have to say. I appreciate it. I hope you appreciate also some of the predictions that I've made. It's not to fearmonger, but it's for us to realise that we need to head home. It's very important that we head home, and Africa is our home. Yeah, Indians can go to India, Chinese can go to China, but Africa is our home, and it is your birthright for you to be here. Okay, it's your birthright to sit in the sun, on the beach, you know, under a palm tree, drinking some coconut water. It is your birthright, okay? And it is your birthright to sit with your brothers and sisters and eat food and learn about your culture, you know, learn about all of the different mores, learn about all the different values,